And then moving on to the lunch. Again, Masden Madoka has talked about this lunch business. So subsequently, of course, when I had been elected and I was, and I used to speak a lot, you know. I think I have reduced nowadays. And of course, Moi started to see, oh, this young man is a bit noisy, but he speaks sense, or so he thought. So slowly, he said, he asked Bishop Yego then, and another gentleman called Hosea Kiplagat. So he told them, this young man, I understand he's a member of our church, the IC church, okay. But why is he making noise? Why don't you look for him? So Bishop Yego came and met me, and then he told me, now, you know, and Bishop Yego is somebody I really have a lot of respect for, because when I wanted to get married, I went to look for him to come and preside over my wedding, because I had a lot of regard for him. So he came and told me, now you have been elected. Moi is like your father. And you are also a Christian. So in all this noise you're making, where is your Christianity? And where is your regard for this old man as your father? So they cornered me, and I had to tone down. And of course there was Masden, who also gave me a few lectures. And so finally, I made friends with President Moi. He came to understand that I wasn't quite a very useless person or noisy, you know. And progressively, then he then appointed me to be an assistant minister. I think a year and a half into my being a member of parliament. And so I joined Masden. And when I then joined Moi, he became very fond of me, so he gave me something that many people did not have. It's only people like Amos Wako and senior people, including my minister. There used to be something called a hotline those days. This hotline thing was a telephone there that did not have secretaries. It was the president's telephone. He used to use it to call people directly himself. So if that phone rang, you know it was either the president on the line or one of the senior people. So I became the only assistant minister then with a hotline. So the president would pick up the phone, okay, where are you? Come and do this, this, this. So, so a few times, it was not always Masden, a few times I came for lunch here. But you see, the problem that Masden has not said is that he used not to go for lunch. You see? And he tried to persuade me to join into the group of people not going for lunch. So I remember during lunchtime, he would shut his door and take a nap in his office. True, Masden? Yes. Just imagine now somebody telling you, during lunchtime, we take a nap to learn. So, and he took a lot of offense when I took so much time on this lunch business, which he didn't have business with. So, but you admit, Marsden, I answered all the questions. When I didn't go for this lunch, I answered all the questions well, very well. And we did very well then as a pack, myself working under Marsden. And finally, he has mentioned something about ambition, that I was a fairly ambitious person, which is true. I tried to do whatever I set my hands on to do. I tried to do it well, and to do it with passion, and to do it with commitment. And I have no regrets whatsoever in being ambitious and having a passion for what I do, because I have come across many leaders, many members of parliament, many governors, people who are elected. And once they are elected, they behave as if they were forced into these offices. They are very reluctant. They lose interest. They don't have interest in what they are doing. They have no passion for what they are doing. And they end up doing a very poor job of the very heavy responsibilities that come with leadership. You find there are people who are very reluctant leaders. They are there. They do not want to engage with the stuff they are supposed to do. They become big people, bigger than the jobs that they have applied for. And they just want to own the title and the position without doing what is expected of them. And that is what Marsden has written in his book. It's not about position, it's not about title. It's about what gets done. Many a times I am accused of micromanaging stuff. But you see, when you have reluctant people whose mentality it is, tumeona serikali nyingi, we've been here, we've seen many ministers, we've seen many presidents, because it is the business as usual stuff. It is the roll of the mill, normal stuff. And that is the reason why I have taken it upon myself in the last 3 years to raise the ambition of our country. For far too long, Marsden, we have worked with the usual. We have made peace with mediocrity. We have, our standard has been the average. And somebody wrote a book and said, the enemy of the average. It makes you think you are not too bad, but it limits your ambition to do anything better. So, that ambition, my boss, Marsden, is what is driving me in this country. Yes, we cannot continue to make peace with mediocrity. We cannot operate with the average. We cannot be about the usual and the normal. We have to raise our ambition. We have to raise the bar and our standard. And it has to move from the ordinary to the extraordinary. That is driving all the things we are doing. You know very well, my predecessors, President Moi was great with education. Mwai Kibaki rolled our country into something called free primary education and made a huge contribution to getting everybody into school. Many thought free primary education was not a reality. It became a reality under President Kibaki. My good friend Uhuru Kenyatta told us we must do 100% transition. There were too many kids, slipping away after primary school, many dropping after secondary school. He encouraged us to do 100%